You got a Ryobi 18-volt cordless chainsaw and you want to clean it or even change the chain. What you need to do is remove your little tool here. It just clips in, pull it out. Make sure you don't have a battery in it. Put the tool right here on your nut and you want to break it loose. Usually sometimes they're pretty tight, so you can put a socket with a little extension on it, give you a little bit more leverage, break it loose, and you can remove this nut. Okay. And you want to pull this little cover off. Put it on the side, pull the cover off. It's just full of junk, okay? So what you need to do is get a little screwdriver, wipe all that out, and then get some nice soap and water and rinse it out. See this right here? The adjuster block. That's the adjuster block hole. And right there's the adjuster, okay? Right there. That metal piece is the adjuster. That's an alignment hole that goes right in here, okay? You don't want to ever over tighten them because you'll bend your adjuster screw. All right. See the arrow here? That's the rotation that the chain goes, okay? This is the cutting side down here on the bottom. So you want the sharp edge right here, not this edge. The sharp edge on the bottom, because it goes this direction, okay? So what you want to do is you want to grab hold of the whole thing, pick it up, remove it off the gear. Set that aside. It's all sealed unit right here, so all you need to do is just wipe it out. Get most of the junk out of there. If you got a little blowgun, blow some of it out. Now that you clean this up fairly good, you can use a toothbrush and use a little blowgun, blow it out. What you want to do is you want to blow some air in here, blow whatever dirt's inside there out of there. Same thing over here and down here. Get some of that dirt out of there. And if you feel you got a lot of dirt inside your oil, just go ahead, take the cap off, wipe off around the top, and then wipe the cap off, and then dump out your oil, and then install some new oil. Then you want to double check them when you get some new oil in there. You want to double check your oiler, see if it's working. This one you got to manually push the button. Keep pushing the button, see when it comes out. See, there it comes. So it's working, okay? And that also cleans it out. Also the cover, make sure you get the cover cleaned as best as you can. Wipe it out, little screwdriver, and then blow it out with the blowgun. Don't use a lot of pressure, just enough to blow out the dirt. Okay, next thing you want to do is clean up your chain and your bar. What you want to do is remove the chain off the bar. And you want to inspect the bar to make sure it doesn't have any sharp edges on the sides of it. If it's got a lot of sharp edges on the side of it, that means you're not using your oiler enough. And also make sure it's not blue, you know, burning the paint off. Though if the paint's worn off and it looks blue, that's because it's heat treated around the edge, okay? And just make sure your little gear on the end there turns is not frozen. Next you want to do is clean it up, get all the dirt out of it. Run a fine blade screwdriver all the way down the sides of the groove and get it all out of there. And make sure you clean out them holes. And then next you want to do is take your chain, take it out best you can, spray it with some oil and just let it drip dry a little bit. And then you can put it back on, Or if you got a sharpener, you can sharpen it. If you're going to sharpen it, make sure you equally sharp each set of teeth, the same amount of strokes. Okay? All right, got everything all cleaned up. Next you want to do is put your chain on your bar. Make sure the teeth, sharp ends, are going this way. Sharp ends are on the bottom, going that way. This is the rotation, okay? And you want to put your saw like that. And you want to back off your adjuster just a couple turns, and that's it. You don't want to go too far. You got a positive and a negative. So you want to turn it counterclockwise, just 2 turns, loosen it up. And next you want to do is put your bar up onto here with your chain, put your chain in here and hold it with one hand, put your other hand over here and guide it on there like that. And make sure that the adjuster pin goes into the adjuster block hole, okay? If it's not in there, it's not gonna sit flat, it's gonna be crooked. So when you do get it in there, then you need to get your nut and start your nut. Okay, I got the bar on there, and I got the chain in the gear, and it's just resting on it. Now I'm gonna place this down on it slowly. Boom. Lined right up, fits in there perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll start my nut with my other hand, and I'll snug it up with my fingers. Okay, it's all on there. Next you want to do is just double check to make sure it's not stuck. What you want to do is you just want to grab it with both hands and you want to turn it, okay? Just turn it a little bit. Take your little wrench, just snug it up just a little bit. And you'll see the chain got a lot of play in it. So you want to put your tool on there and you want to go to the plus side, which is clockwise. Turn it. Keep turning it. I don't know how much I backed this one off, and then it stops. Just get a little bit of snugness with your 2 fingers. All right, now I'll come back here and see if you can turn it. And pull on just a little bit, it's a little too loose. So next you want to do is tighten it up a little bit more. Now I'm putting my wrist into it a little bit. I'm moving the whole chainsaw. That should be good right there. And that's a decent tension. Double check. And it turns, come back, turn it. Pretty tight. That's sufficient. Okay? Then you want to tighten this up. And then you want to put it down like that. And then you want to put a little bit of weight on it. And tighten it up. Don't really get too much of a leverage with that little thing, so I put my extension on there with my socket. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm not bearing down on it, I just want it tight, you know. Put my elbow on the machine. And I put some good, decent tension on it. Gotta remember that stud is in the plastic. So don't be a muscle man. Just put the body weight of your arm on, push it down just a little bit, and that's good. Okay, and then the next thing you need to do, see if you can turn it. You still can turn it. Double check. Okay. That's it. Now you can go put it away. Get all the dirt out of there and put it in there. Now you can put it away and it's ready for next use. What I did was I took my box, I converted my box, taped it up properly. I just made a little door on the end, and then I comes in the store, this is sticking out. So then I can just stick the whole thing in here. Right in there like so. There it is. I can put it up on the shelf. It's put away. And that's how you take care of it. Don't forget about your tool. You're gonna need that. Put it in there. Boom. All right. Now it's done. Sorry about that.